Kilo Delta 8, Delta Charlie Whiskey.
DCW, roger. And what's the call sign?
JAMES-KD8DCW, KD8DCW.
Roger, roger. I've lost my mind. I meant to ask you what your name was.
Oh, I'm sorry. The name is James, Juliet Alpha Mike Echo Sierra, and I'm running an ICOM 761.
Roger, James, and whereabouts are you located, sir?
I'm in Ohio, 100 miles south of Columbus, in a little city called Gallup.
All right, James, I want you to check your VFO and your clarifier. Make sure your clarifier is off and your VFO is on 7188.00. You sound like you might be a little high on frequency. So 7188.00. Roger, roger.
Roger, is that better there?
You're still, I think you're still high. I'm not real sure, but have you had trouble with that frequency VFO before?
No, I just had it repaired. I hope they got it fixed. Let me push the button on the transmit and see if I can adjust it that way.
All right, sir, do that. I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about there, and also you might check to be sure that your clarifier, if you're running a clarifier, that it is in the off mode. It sounds like something like that might be happening.
Okay, I moved my TRX to -2. Did that help anything? Did that help me?
You're very high frequency now. You're very high frequency. I think you might have been low before, but you're high now. So maybe split the difference between where you were and where you are.
Okay, this is -01.
Still high, still high. Pull it down a little bit.
Okay, this is -00.
Getting close. Why don't you tell me about your antenna system for 10 seconds and let me listen to you.
Okay, I have a 134-foot long wire with 17 feet of counterpoise, grounded, and my radio is an ICOM 761, and I'm just running straight 100 watts, no amplifier, and it has an ICOM S5 mic on it, and I've got the compression set. I got the compression on, and the mic gain set at 3 o'clock, or not 3 o'clock. I'm sorry, set at the mic gain set on 3.
Okay, sounds really close. What frequency does your radio say you are?
My radio is saying 7.188.0.
Roger. Okay, close enough then. We'll just take it that way. And what I would suggest as part of our setup procedure, we start with the compressor engaged at a 3. Compressor on and at a 3 as the start of our setup procedure.
Okay, that's where I'm sitting now. I've been sitting here listening, and that's where I've got everything set to start with.
Roger, roger. Okay, and then we visit the ALC with mic gain in hand, and as we speak fairly rapidly, 100, 200, 300, adjust your mic gain until your ALC is running mid-scale to 2/3.
Okay, 100, 200, 300, 100, 200, 300. And the ALC is running about the middle way.
Sounds like you might be pretty hot. What is your mic gain at the moment? What does your mic gain say?
My mic gain is on 11 o'clock right now. But this SM5 mic does have a power control on the mic itself. Do I need to turn it down?
Well, I'll tell you the best way to adjust that is put your internal radio mic gain at 5 or middle. At 5 or middle position on your internal mic gain, and then adjust your mic internal gain, your mic gain, to maybe turn it down a little bit. We'll see how that goes. But the whole idea is that you put your internal radio mic gain in a nominal mode, in a nominal gain position, like a medium, like a 5, and then adjust your external mic gain until you have the right level. Roger, Roger?
Roger, Roger. My mic gain is set. My mic gain is I turned it down to about a 3 o'clock position. I'm sorry, about an 8 o'clock position. 8 o'clock position, and it's probably on a 3. I'm sorry. Mic gain's on about the mic's on a 3. My mic gain on the radio is set at 12 o'clock, and the compressor is still on.
Yes, sir. Okay, just out of curiosity, why don't you turn your compressor off? Turn your compressor off and let me hear you.
Okay, compressor is off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, that compressor is fairly active at a 3. I'm assuming we're saying 3 out of 10, 30 out of 100. Roger, Roger. How is your input level terminology on your compressor input?
I'm going past the red, like I need to turn the mic gain down.
But you have a volume control for your input to your mic gain, and it says, what does it say on the escutcheons? Is it 0 to 10 or 0 to 100?
The mic gain is set at 12 o'clock, and the mic itself is turned down to almost off.
Yes, sir. I was talking more like your compressor. Talking about your compressor, sir, at the moment. Is that a 0 to 10 input level on your compressor? And we're talking about compressor. Is it a 0 to 10 input on your compressor or 0 to 100 input on your compressor?
0 to 20.
0 to 20. All right, so we want to be, let's see, we want to be at about a 6. Roger, somewhere around a 6, I think. Yes, a 6.
Okay. I'm right now. I turned it down halfway to 8 o'clock position. I'm supposed to go over. I'm still over talking. I'm about probably 2.5 feet from the mic. Let me turn the mic gain down some more.
You're too far away from the mic for sure. You don't want to be 2.5 feet. You want to be at about 5 inches, 4 to 5 inches away from that mic. Roger?
Roger. Okay, now I'm out about a 3 on the compression, and I'm about 10 inches from the mic.
All right. Now, so I want you to turn that mic gain up a little bit, and and your internal mic gain on your radio is at a 5 or 50%. Roger?
Roger. Now, my internal mic gain is set at 12 o'clock, or halfway.
Yes, sir. Okay. So now bring up your mic gain a little bit more, maybe about just a skosh boost, and let me see where it goes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. KD8DCW.
Coming along. Now try to turn it just a little bit more up, a little more boost on that mic gain.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes, sir. Let's do that for right now. Do you have an ALC meter?
Yes, I'm shooting just a little bit over the ALC. It's looks like it's when I'm talking at 8 inches from the mic, it's going to about 25 on the ALC, which is past the red.
Pastor, we don't want to exceed the speed limit there. Do you know what the upper level is? I mean, we want to be 50% to 75%, mid-scale to 2/3 of your ALC meter. Mid-scale to 2/3 of your ALC meter. Roger?
Okay.
Yeah, that level was too low.
Okay. Well, I just barely touched it, and it keeps going past the red. Let me see if I can get middle way.
That's whatever you're seeing red there. That is not the 100% mark for the ALC, because you're nowhere near 3 dB dynamic range, which you would be if you were running mid-scale to 2/3. So bring her on up there some.
Okay, Jim. Okay, I'm just a little bit below where I was when you said it started sounding good.
Yeah, keep on coming.
Down or up?
Up, I'm sorry.
Okay, the mic is on 12 o'clock, and the radio is on about 1 o'clock.
Yes, sir. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. Now, do you know where your equalization is on that radio?
I don't think it's got an equalization. It's just got mic gain and power and ALC.
Is that right? No equalization capabilities at all?
No, I can't see it. This radio was made in 1980, 89, so I don't know if there's any equalization. The only thing I've been able to do to equalize it was just use the mic gain.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, okay, now how far off mic are you working at the moment?
About 12 inches.
Okay, I wouldn't have you work any further than that because what happens is when you get further off mic, then you have to start dealing with room echo and stuff. So, and we don't want that. So, I would say don't get further back off mic than where you are at the moment, and try to adjust the mic straight on azimuth. In other words, try not to talk across it. Try to talk into it from the distance that you are. Roger?
Okay, I'm about, looks like about probably 12 inches from the mic. The mic is on the radio, and I'm talking basically straight into it.
All right, now I think we're cooking along here. Let's go back and work on our compressor. Engage your compressor again, and just put it on a 1, if you would. You know, we were looking for a 3 before. Just try a 1, and let's see where that goes.
Okay, I'm about, looks like I'm about a 3 on the compressor with it on. Let me go down to 1 and see what happens. Hello. Okay, right there's about a 1.5 to 2 when I talk.
All right, take the compressor off and come back and talk to me.
Okay, right back at you, Jim. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Roger, that compressor is really very active. If you were, I know you started hot. Come back with the position where you ended up with, and with the compressor engaged at the level you were right at the end of that last transmission.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, I'm starting to lose you, I think, a little bit there. Just out of curiosity, come right up on that mic and right on it, and give me the word 4 right on that mic, right on it.
You say come up on the mic gain or the mic?
The mic. Come up right up on that mic and say 4.
4.
All right, stretch that 4 out to a 4.
4.
Now talk to me. Tell me about your antenna system in 10 seconds.
Okay, Jim. I'm running a long 134-foot long wire with this ICOM 761, an old boat anchor, and I hope it's doing okay.
Yes, sir. Okay, now I want you to dead key for about 3 seconds. In other words, key it. Don't say anything, but just let it go for about 3 or 4 seconds. Dead key. Roger? Okay, James, did you do that, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, and your compressor is engaged, Roger?
Yes, the compressor is engaged.
Roger, well, you're well within tolerance there. You did not have any suck-up, which if your compressor was really hot, it would be sucking up, level. I didn't hear anything, so it's well within its capabilities. Now, you might try to inch that compression up just a little bit from where it is. A compression boost, just a little bit from where it is.
Okay, Jim. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. James, I'm sorry to say, but that input level control for that compressor does not have any finesse. it sounds like it's either on or off. When you're just down there towards the end of that thing, it's just as loud as if you had it almost full blast. Roger?
Roger. Well, Lisa, I really appreciate you getting me close to where it sounds okay. I'm glad you was on here because, like I said, I just got this radio. Well, I've had this radio for a while, but it was broken when I got it, and I had it repaired. And heck, who knows, they may have cut the compression off of it or something.
Just out of curiosity, why don't you try adjusting the compression level all the way up? Maybe somebody's got the volume turned around backwards there. Try it all the way up and let me hear you there for about 3 seconds.
Okay. All the way up, Jim. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, so you just have a bodacious compressor, sir. That was unbelievably compressed. So the wiring is correct on that attenuator input to the compressor. It's just that it's very ticklish down at the bottom end. So I would say go back to the bottom end, less minimum drive, and just come up a skosh and let me hear you there.
Okay, I'm down about 80 watts, and I'm going to give you a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That sounded pretty good. Now, give me a dead key. Okay, I heard no suck up, so I would run it just like that, James. It sounded pretty good to me, sir. I'm not getting any suck up, and I'm not getting any bodacious compression like I was. So I would say, that your input level to the compressor is very sensitive, much more sensitive than what it should be, ideally. Roger?
Roger. The gentleman I had work on this radio, he's one of those type of people that wants to get everything you get out of the radio. And thank God he didn't turn the wattage up on it any more than what it already had. It just puts out 100 watts. But he said at one time he had it up to 100. He had the radio up to 180 watts, and I said no. Turn it back to 100 watts where it belongs. Roger.
Now just bypass the compressor. Let me hear you without the compressor on, sir.
Okay. With no compressor off. And I'm going to give you a 5 count. 1, 2, 3,
he needs more mic gain, but that'll get it.
All right, now why don't you turn up your mic gain a little bit more, and let me look at your you look at your ALC with that compressor off, and with the mic gain in hand, adjust mic gain for your ALC to read mid-scale to 2/3, where you speak rapidly to get that ALC meter up where you can read it.
Okay. The ALC is about, I took it up to 9 o'clock position on the ALC, and it's going just a little bit past the, the 20 on the ALC.
All right, I would call it good there, sir. It's not distorted. You do look like you're running maybe 4 dB in dynamic range, which is close enough. Considering that we can't get that compressor. That compressor knows no bounds. It's like either on or off. I mean, just when it's on, it's full tilt, much too much. So I'll just run with that compressor off, and I think you're close enough, Roger.
Well, thank you very much, Jim, and I sure appreciate you being in here. I hate to take up everybody's time and want to get in there and talk to you also. I got your call set down here, and I got the logbook thing, so maybe I can, maybe sometime the first week I'll get on your logbook and listen to myself.
Yes, sir. It's KC9VKV. That's Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, followed by the word logbook on a YouTube search. So, James, let me say 73 to you, sir, and appreciate you dropping by. And if so, you get a chance, check in next Friday. Roger?
Roger.
Information comment, please. Information comment for you, Jim.
KC9 Victor Kilo Victor from KD8DCW. Thank you.
Roger, James. And comment station, go ahead.
Good afternoon, Jim, K9 United Radio and the Kilo Charlie 8 station. Just a quick note here on the ICOM 761. If you go to the owner's manual, page 58, you can adjust your transmit audio. The bass and the treble response of the transmitted signal may be altered by going to resistor 155, which is a variable resistor, on the main circuit board. And you could refer to your manual for that. So you need a little bit more treble. You can adjust that potentiometer inside the radio, and that'll give you a little bit of equalization. I agree with Jim. I wouldn't run the processor. It really is far too compressed, and there's probably an adjustment in there to bring that compression down a little bit, and that'll help your signal. It's K9 United Radio in Indiana. Good afternoon, everyone.
Thank you, K9 Radio. I got the manual, so I'll look at it and see. Maybe it's something I can do to get it back down. Then I can come back to Jim next weekend and see what happens.
Sounds good, James. 73, sir. Thanks for dropping by in comment station. Thank you. And with that, we got to jump out of here. We see by the clock on the wall there's a dead fly. And so we got to get out of here. Appreciate everyone dropping by. If you did and would like to hear your audio, if you go to YouTube and do a call in or search, Kilo Charlie 9 Victor, Kilo Victor, followed by the word logbook, that will take you to our Qso-Vlog page. And this will be cut number 1 of some 2,000 some odd Qso-Vlog air checks. So that's KC9VKV logbook. There's another address. If you go to KC9VKV highlights, that's a different thing, and that's some other QSOs that we've had of more interesting, less tune-up technical stuff, more interesting humanitarian-wise. I guess we would say that. Anyway, got to get out of here. This is KC9VKV returning the frequency back to average, normal, everyday amateur use. This is KC9VKV clear.